The race for Chico City Council is heating up. The nomination period for candidates to file paperwork was scheduled to close today.
Incumbents Scott Grundle and Mary Flynn are among them, but 6 others are also in the race. Action News reporter Brian Callahan spoke with several of the challengers to discuss their priorities.
8 people have been certified as candidates for the Chico City Council, and they all have their own ideas about how they can help the city. All of the candidates seem to agree that job creation is the most important thing to get Chico back on track. Bob Evans says he will make it his top priority if elected.
We're never going to get jobs to come in here unless we make job creation and attract employers our top priority. And I don't think that is our priority today. It's elsewhere.
Local writer Quentin Colgan says thinking outside the box may be the best way to create jobs throughout the city.
People have referenced that I come up with some crazy ideas that work. I'd like to try some here at the city level. I know there's RDA money available for entrepreneurship. And I'd like to see if we could get some entrepreneurs here in Chico and bring jobs.
Bob Cromer says the city needs to get back to basics and spend more time on issues that impact everyone in the city.
First thing you do is you have to establish a list of priorities. You have to say these are the important things the city needs to address and then focus on those. You don't spend months and months and months talking about throwing a frisbee in the park. You don't take months and months to make decisions on simple issues.
Retired chemistry professor Brahmaji Sharma says the city council needs to concentrate on making the city whole instead of worrying about special interests.
We are very fragmented, and I like to create some sort of integrity for the whole city as a whole. And we do issues, we should think of the city as a whole, not south, east, north, west, things of that kind.
Mark Herrera is a part-time farmer and the youngest candidate so far. He says that will help the council in planning for the future.
I really feel that through my platform of a common local future, that I will be able to bridge the gap between the perspective and the direction that we need to go and the direction that we already are at.
In Chico, Brian Callahan, Action News.
Local business owner Mark Sorensen also is running for city council but was not available for an interview. Current city councilman Tom Nickel did not file paperwork because he's not running for re-election. The nomination period is extended until Wednesday.
President Obama honored the nation's newest Supreme Court justice at a reception at the White House today. Newly confirmed Justice Elena Kagan was greeted with loud applause and a standing ovation as she entered the room with President Obama. Today's event was attended by a large number of dignitaries, members of Congress, and the President's cabinet. Today, as the President introduced Kagan, he applauded the Senate for giving her a complete and fair confirmation hearing.
They got a good sense of her judicial philosophy, her commitment to the rule of law, her rich understanding of our Constitution, and, of course, where she can be found on Christmas Day.
Kagan will be sworn in tomorrow by Chief Justice John Roberts during a ceremony at the Supreme Court.
4 years after the death of one of Chico's finest, the law enforcement community is keeping his memory alive. Chico police officer Lance Utterback lost his battle with cancer in May of 2006, and as Action News reporter Britt Carlson tells us, she has more now on the softball tournament held in his honor and the organization it benefits.
Always in a good mood, and then even during the battle with cancer, I mean, he never said anything, you know, like poor me kind of thing. He was just amazing how he fought that and accepted it.
Chico police officer David Dominguez will never forget Lance Utterback. After losing his good friend and colleague to cancer, Dominguez knew he had to do something special to commemorate such a loved person. So a year after Utterback died, Dominguez and his wife Denise organized the Lance Utterback Memorial Softball Tournament.
It solidifies exactly how he was. I mean, he was a cop's cop. We all loved him. He loved being a cop, but he never forgot the community that he came from.
It's important to me just to support my husband and his friends who worked with Lance.
Now in its 4th year, the tournament has grown dramatically. 21 teams will be competing and hundreds are expected to attend. Proceeds from the 3-day event will go to the American Cancer Association and the Butte College Police Academy Scholarship Program.
Just the community knowing that this is going to 2 different places and it's going to benefit 2 really great aspects is really getting them involved.
All of us are affected by cancer. You either have someone in your family, close to you, friends, neighbors. So it's a chance for we feel like we're coming together and we're trying to battle this ourselves.
A battle the Dominguezes intend to keep fighting on Utterback's behalf. In Chico for Action News, I'm Britt Carlson.
The tournament begins tonight with a barbecue at 6 p.m. at the 20th Street Fields. There's also a home run derby following the dinner that is open to the public. And of course, the softball tournament is this weekend.
An Action News update now on the man suspected of robbing Sierra Central Credit Union in Chico last week. 33-year-old Derek Pearson of Tehama County is in police custody in Oregon after allegedly committing a kidnapping and allegedly brandishing a weapon in the Portland area. Pearson is believed to have robbed the East First Street Bank and fled with an undisclosed amount of cash. He's currently on parole and actually has active warrants for his arrest in Tehama County as well.
BP plans to use a relief well to push more mud and then cement into the underground reservoir feeding the blown-out well in the Gulf of Mexico. Mud and cement already have been used to plug the well from the top, and the bottom kill, as it's called, is moving ahead as planned. Crews seem to have the upper hand on the spill, so much so that after 109 days, BP's Chief Operating Officer Doug Suttles is leaving the Gulf to return to his office job as COO. Suttles will be replaced by Mike Utzler, who has been running BP's command post in Houma, Louisiana since April.
I look forward to the transition now into Unified Area Command, to bringing those experiences and learnings to continue the journey of our efforts to complete this response.
Utzler has been a vice president at BP and been with the oil giant for 33 years.
Italian engineers have created a vehicle that doesn't need a driver. It works by using cameras and sensors to detect the motion of a lead vehicle and then mimics them. The vehicle can also detect other cars, pedestrians, and curbs. But just to be safe, while this driverless car was being demonstrated in the streets of Kiev, Ukraine, a police escort was provided during the test.
Today, students at Citrus Elementary in Chico got to showcase what they've been learning over the last few weeks as part of the Early Back program. With the help of Paradise dancers, kids at the school got to learn different forms of ballroom dancing. Look at them. And one of the dance instructors says there's a lot the kids can take away from this experience.
It's teaching them respect and body awareness and how to relate to other people. And I think that that's extremely important for them.
The Early Back program lasts 2 weeks and is supposed to help students get ready for the upcoming school year. Teachers hope that having the kids learn different dance styles will teach them to respect one another, learn about other cultures, and help them make new friends.
Tonight is the 30-year reunion for the Paradise High class of 1980, but they've decided to do something a little different for this event. At 7 o'clock, the classes of 79 and 80 will join together to celebrate, and a few of them will even be performing together. One of the alumni has created hundreds of songs for the game Guitar Hero, seen here in a previous Action News interview. Several others are successful musicians. The reunion will take place at the Tuscan Ridge Golf Club in Paradise, and it goes until midnight.
If you're looking for some summer fun for the whole family, make your way to downtown Oroville for First Friday. You can take your blankets and lawn chairs down to Bicentennial Park at the corner of Huntoon and Robinson for a free showing of the movie Avatar. Big Papa from Oldies 102 in Chico will be broadcasting live at the park from 6 to 8, leading right up to the movie. First Friday will also feature a car show being put up on the by the Orodam Cruisers, and Big Cat Custom Cycles will be showing off some of their custom bikes. The movie starts at sunset.
Yeah, that's Avatar. That just came out this year.
That's a big deal that they already have it. I wonder if they'll provide glasses, or maybe they don't need to.
I don't know. All right, here's what's coming up in your consumer news.
I'm Stacy Johnson, and I'll bet your summer vacation plans don't include a stop here on the side of the freeway. You want to avoid heat-related problems with your car this summer? Then don't leave home until you see what's ahead on Money Talks News.
Yeah, don't leave home. We've got wonderful weather here in the North State. No heat-related problems in our forecast. We'll talk about a nice, cool weekend ahead when NBC 24 Action News returns.